Hi, what have you done for love today? Put that first and foremost because that's what's really important around here. Love, love, love. Sorry, the acoustics suck in this room, and I've had a sore throat for like a week and a half. Actually, no, I haven't. I'm making that up. I'm just quoting a movie there. All right, now I live in Illinois, and in Illinois, marijuana is legal. Okay, and this is the name and logo of the dispensaries around here. You see how it says ascend, and you see, right, how the arrow is clearly pointing down, which is what I've always had a big thing with the Christians, because the Christians go, Heavenly Father, but when they pray, what do? They look straight down at the earthly Lucifer, she-devil. You say Heavenly Father, but you look straight down. Don't make no sense, never has. So same shit, ascend, but the arrow's pointing straight down. And here, I'll give it to you another way to visualize. You're in a hospital, and you're on the first floor. Whoever you're there to see is on the, say, 10th floor. Is that the arrow that you're going to push if you're on the first floor to go to the 10th? Is that the arrow that you're going to push to go up to the 10th floor? No. Now, here's something I can't show you documented, at least not yet. And this is why I think they are legalizing weed. It was very important for all of us to learn all of the lessons and to get our spirit right for this age. This is a very psychic, in tune age, period. And so you needed to have all of, let's say, Jesus's teachings. Thanks for all the fish, right? Pisces, fish. That's what that means. Thanks for all the teachings. In Aquarius, it's time to apply them. And so, this is a very spiritual, it's all about the spirit, because that's why I also think with 5G, we have a very heavy spiritual net. Now, again, I can't find what I would consider documented proof of this, so I'm just going to give you from my experience. And if you have smoked marijuana, and if you would talk to anyone who has smoked marijuana, and I'm telling you right off the top of my head without even thinking, I can tell you 5 people right off the top of my head who will agree with this with me, who have even told me this. It's like a common symptom. And there, of course, there's an exception to every rule. But I'm telling you the vast majority, right, is that you don't do your REM sleep. It blocks your REM sleep, which means you don't dream. And I really believe that this Aquarius is a spiritual age, and they don't want you connecting. And if you watch that terrible, very heavy agenda show, the Sandman, which is Saturn, sleepy time, sand is time, sand hourglass, all that, right? It's based off a graphic novel from years and years before. But in that show, that's what happens, is that, and it was so awesome because that was like, I've had this forever since they legalized this, and I put it together like a couple years ago. It's like, I really think that's what it is. And then the show comes out 2 weeks ago, or last week, whatever it was. And that's exactly what happens. If I remember correctly, it's really hard because I watch all this stuff and read all this shit. So it's really difficult to keep everything completely straight. But I'm pretty sure what happened, it happened several different occasions, but I'm just trying to give you a specific example. I think if they're looking for someone in what they call the waking world, but they get clues to where that person is in their dreams. And so that's what I'm telling you, and that's why I think this stuff is legalized now. And the shrooms and all that, it's a very controlled, because, and also it really, there's not, I'll just stop there. I'm not going to say anything else. I was going to apply maybe a stereotype. It's not important. It's not important. So let's just leave it at that. Okay? That's what I think. But you look right at it, man. And Confucius told us we're ruled by symbols, and it's pointing straight down. Not hard to figure out. There you go. Oh, and one more thing I want to add real quick, because I don't know if I've ever addressed this. The shroom stuff is nuts. Never done that stuff. Never would. I even had the opportunity a couple years ago where there's a friend of mine. He did those, and that's what really helped wake him up. And it really seems a whole lot of people have learned, really, it's been a big part of them waking up. I'm not judging anyone who does it. We all got to do whatever we got to do to wake up. I'm not judging anybody. I'm just telling you from my experience. Like, I've never done that, never would. I would love to. I really would, but I don't. That's not for me. I'm telling you right now, that stuff is not for me. Drugs just really aren't. I don't have any desire to do any of this stuff, man. Like I really don't. Cocaine, I've done that a few times, and it just wasn't really. Man, that stuff is uncomfortable as shit. It really is. I just it's just crazy. But that's completely different than this stuff. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. And I think one of and who knows if what really seemed to me happened, but it was a couple years ago. Well, a few years ago actually. This is more actually I should say more like probably 2015 because it was like when I met this guy when I was working at my job Schnooks before I sued him, and he did this stuff and we were talking back then about it and he was not trying to get me. He was just like, hey, we could do it and I have access to it. And I started looking into it because I was scared, and I was like, same acid, none of that. It freaks me out. And I saw a video once. Oh, they have a bunch of people. They trip and they put it on YouTube, which is crazy. But this guy was sitting in his room. He tripped, and you could tell when that shit hit him, and his dog started whining, and it just scared me to death. And I'm just like, nope, nope, nope. Like, that's not for me. I'm not judging anybody. Everybody got to do their thing, but I'm just telling you, not for me. I just wanted to put that out there.